Ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday, February 4th, and we are coming to you from the SmackDown Hotel. My name's Nick Cascarella.
I'm John Thornton, and this is Wrestling.
All right, so this is episode 8?
No.
9?
9? I think
9.
9, yes.
It is 9. We've missed last week because of the weather.
We had a snowstorm.
Big snowstorm.
Juno.
Yeah. Every time people say it, I forget that it was called Juno, and I feel like people are just like
Talking about the movie.
either talking about the movie or just like shouting random. They're just like, "Oh, Juno!" Like I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking
Well, we
about.
just had Hurricane Linus. Or no, not Hurricane Linus. It's fucking Snowstorm Linus, dude.
like from Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Linus with the
Exactly.
blanket.
Yeah.
That's
We had
sick.
blankets of snow covering the ground.
Ooh. So yeah, we missed last episode because of the snow. We were unable to get together
Yeah.
because there was like literally like 3.5 feet of snow.
Yeah. And roads were not plowed.
No, for like days.
Took a while.
So I guess we'll start at Royal Rumble.
Yep.
I guess that's the best
That's probably, that
the
is.
best kickoff point.
Yep.
I was in Texas, so I only caught the end.
The match itself.
I caught like the last like 10 minutes of the quote main event match, whatever, the title match,
Yeah.
and then the Rumble itself. So I guess what you watched the whole thing?
I did.
Okay.
Miz and Mizdow versus the Usos.
Yeah, for the
Usos
title.
Retained. There was like, I'm trying to think. I don't know if
It seems like it was so long ago.
Yeah, I don't know if Miz like pushed Mizdow, but it was clear that like they've now they were gonna be done.
Right.
So that was, I mean, that match was like whatever. Mizdow was great as
Fucking
always.
hilarious.
Like without
just infinitely
goes
funny.
without saying, you know.
Now I'm trying to remember the Raw reunion. That was the week before.
The week before, correct.
Right. So, all right, because I was trying to remember in my head because
Yeah.
Miz and Mizdow had started feuding
a little bit. But then that was like whatever. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd versus A New Day.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, there's a pre-show.
Now,
Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
I do not like Tyson Kidd.
Oh, I don't either.
Right. I love Cesaro.
I really like them together.
I love them together.
They're
fucking awesome.
they do really well.
Yeah,
together.
they have like really great synergy. They have really awesome tag like combo move things.
Yeah, absolutely. Like just their chemistry together is really well.
Yeah.
They've done a real good out of making such a random tag team. Like
They've done a good job.
actually, like I'm not saying make sense, but work.
Feel like they're a good team.
Completely work together. You know, which that's a huge thing. That goes back to like. You know what I mean? You look at obviously Edge and Christian were literally best friends.
Literally since they were in sixth grade.
Like, you look at those two and you're like, oh well, I don't know why these two random guys are tag team.
Right, and they don't have like a team
they aren't
gimmick.
the Dudley Boys, they
Right.
aren't the Hardy Boys.
Right.
You know, it wasn't like anything like that.
Right,
you
it was
know?
just Edge and Christian.
It worked. And like you even look at, you could come back and say like Rock and Sock Connection. What did they have in common? Well, they had their history together.
Right.
You know, which they you watch wrestling in the 90s, you know what's good.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
So
But yeah, they don't have any sort of like
true tie together.
right, and there's no like team. Is there a team name for them? Do they?
I think they just made one last night. I can't recall what it is.
I can't. I think they were like throwing a couple ideas around because like
Yeah.
the announcers would randomly
would just yell like the dream team or like just
something
stupid,
like something like trying to like basically like throwing shit at a wall, seeing what will stick.
Yeah.
Like one was like the like ultimate power or some shit like that or something
Yeah, which is
they
like, no.
and they said it and I was like, oh, I hope that's not it. Like
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be one of those things where like one day, like usually what appears to happen is like when people start tagging together, they like rode together, room together, or room
And they just
are together all the time.
start bouncing things
Right.
off each other.
And then that kind of chemistry from out of the ring shows in the ring and vice
Exactly.
versa. And I think it'll be one of those things that one day they're just going to find that thing that feels right.
Yeah.
And they'll come out and like say it. And like, you know what I mean? And
Exactly.
it'll stick and it'll
And
like.
it's like, it'll be perfect.
Right,
you know?
yeah. I hope they don't force something on them. I hope they just
No.
let them kind of organically grow together because so far in the short time they've been together, their in-ring performance is like really awesome.
Yeah.
So-
Well, they'll definitely be number one contenders, I would say, by Mania.
I think so.
I don't see why they wouldn't be. I mean, there's really right now like nothing else. I mean, so after that, I think there was the Ascension versus New Age Outlaws,
Right.
Which I love my New Age Outlaws.
Love the New Age Outlaws. So my whole like theory on what they're doing with the Ascension is like, so they had them come out for like weeks cutting the worst promos that have ever been
We
cut.
get just looking like shit.
Just awful. They're like the face paint doesn't work. It looks bad and stupid and
Yeah.
like they should have just come out. The shoulder pad gear, sure, cool, keep it. But
Eh.
I mean, I personally don't
You're indifferent.
like it,
Yeah.
but like I could.
It doesn't wreck it.
It doesn't wreck it for me.
Yeah.
But the whole face paint thing, you don't need it. Mm-hmm. Like they don't need it.
Like here's the thing is like, with people saying like, is like Dean Ambrose, is he the new Stone Cold?
Right.
Like you can't, plain and simple, they're gonna just, there's always, because there is a history to it, there's always someone that they could be like, this person is trying to be the new this person.
Right.
This person is the new
It
this
kind
person.
of it comes with the territory since wrestling's getting older. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, there's a way they could do it without literally dressing them up the part.
Right. They're dressing them up
And that's
and then having them talk shit about the people they're dressing up as.
Yeah.
Like, are you
like
fucking
completely
kidding me?
just like a mind fuck. you
Yeah,
know?
it's
like,
so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. And they look so dumb.
yeah.
Like they in NXT they didn't have the face paint and it was great. It worked for them. The way that they were in NXT, they should have literally come
They
the
worked
same
it
way.
really well. Yeah, exactly.
Their promos shouldn't have been like bashing better tag teams than
Yeah.
them. Like their promos should have been like
Arguably the best tag teams ever.
right. Their promo should have been like, we destroyed NXT and now we're going to destroy the WWE.
Yeah.
Done. That's all they needed to. They like.
Yeah.
That's all they had to do.
Have the Usos come out and have them beat their ass.
Yeah, like have them
straight up.
trash the Usos.
Yeah,
like something like that.
Like whatever. So, they ended up winning.
Which is right. I got sidetracked. I think that's the whole thing is they had them coming out talking shit, and then like they saw it was not going over well.
Obviously.
That they're like ploy to have them like wrestle these no names and trash them didn't work. Weird. That's weird that didn't go over.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, what can we do? Okay, we'll put them against the New Age Outlaws and have them crush the New Age Outlaws because then it gives them credibility.
Which actually though, like that match, I was pretty bummed out. Like I thought it was pretty shitty. Like overall, like New Age Outlaws were just kicking their ass. My boy Billy Gunn was just looking jacked. Just looking huge, dude. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, why aren't you still a wrestler?
I know
Like-
he performed awesome.
Well, here's the thing: is those two? That's who the real J&J security should be.
Right.
They should be the authority, like security goons.
That would be
Amazing.
so bad. Triple H being like, I'm calling like
Yeah, my
boys
Yeah.
to take care of business.
Yeah.
Like
That's where they fucking completely dropped the ball. You don't know though, maybe
something was probably
those
going
guys
on. Well, I
probably
mean,
didn't want.
right. And Road Dogg is like an executive producer on the show.
Yeah.
He's like a
Both
producer.
of them are NXT trainers.
Right. So like I know they're busy and stuff,
They're
but
doing
like
shit.
that would have been bad. It's like Triple H is in power and I'm bringing my people with me.
Yeah.
Like
have them come out in like black with green
Yeah.
ties.
Oh!
Like
that would have been
just
so
like just do like
badass.
little subtle things.
Yeah.
The people I know.
Yeah,
You know?
like that would have been so badass because they still perform so well, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, they killed it.
But yeah, the Ascension beat them, which overall is a better move.
Oh, it was a great move.
for the Ascension.
Right.
And like not only that, but for the current state of tag team division.
Yeah, they needed to beat them.
It's
They
a good-
had to.
Great move.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, I know they're like, I haven't heard any rumors, maybe you know. In the Rumble match, I guess we'll jump around a little bit because it kind of relates to this.
Oh, well, go on.
Well, fucking Mark was in the Royal Rumble.
My boy Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yeah, dude.
Who also looks like my cousin Mark.
Like, no. It's not like, oh, they look alike.
It's his
They're
dad.
identical.
It's like they're twins. Like
It's fucking insane. He has the thick rim glasses like fucking
Yes.
Bubba Ray and the fucking
the goatee,
goatee.
and the hair, dude.
Dude, it's fucking
spot
crazy.
on. Like it's scary.
But is he like? I know he's not in TNA anymore, is he?
Nope. All right. So
What's the word?
the stuff that I've read, he's willing to come back. I mean, clearly the fans want him back. Like, I mean,
What about Devon?
so Devon, I don't know what happened with him. I assume like a contract wasn't signed,
Or something.
like something timing wise.
That they had fucking Arch-Truth come out and that was so bad.
It's like, all right, he's a black guy, but like, he's not Devon. Like,
right. And the best part is like,
It's like, of course you fucking have R-Truth to it. Like,
right, because he doesn't
Yeah.
do it anytime they
Yeah.
need like a filler and someone to do something,
Yeah.
they're just like, Truth, come here. Like,
yeah,
and
exactly.
And he's like, oh, well, I'm working, so I don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Those, from what I've heard though, like they have to be clearly on like a really, really loose contract,
Right.
Because they're doing Tommy Dreamer. He has the House of Hardcore.
Yeah, and they're
It's House of Hardcore 8 in like March. I think like March 6th or something.
yeah,
And both the Dudley boys are on that.
on that. Now,
So, I
what
don't
my hopes are,
And they're also, I heard that like possible NXT trainers.
that would be sick because Devon has the school, or do they
They
both
actually
have the
just-
school together?
They have the Team 3D school.
School, yeah.
But they might, like have a few people, like they obviously have their trainers and teachers and
Right.
shit. Just because they own it doesn't mean they're going to be the ones that are 100% of the time training them.
Right.
So they might just be on like some sort of schedule where, they're flying down to Florida. and
Like
then they're going
twice a
back.
week.
Yeah.
Like,
And then they're going back
Yeah.
to their gym.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
well, my hopes for the Ascension storyline, right? My hopes
Yeah.
is that the Dudley Boys come back.
Oh my God.
And they pin them against the Dudley Boys, and they do a build up to a pay per view, which then leads the Ascension beating the Dudleys in the pay per view, and it's them kind of proving like we are better than all the tag teams.
Yeah.
Because then it gives
I really think that's where they're going right now.
it has to be because like they can't just have them come out and like talk all this shit
and not
and then
back
get
up.
worked over by like you know what I mean.
by
So-
old guys. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah. So they really do need to like have these older famous tag teams that people are like,
Because here's the thing: is like, do I love seeing all these guys? You
fucking bet.
believe it,
Yeah.
dude. Like, but in 10 years from now, who am I going to be watching
The
wrestling?
Ascension.
The Ascension.
Not-
Like, and these NXT guys. I'm
Right.
not going to be watching the same fucking guys.
Right.
Realistically, I mean, 10 years from now, I can see Trips having like one more match. I can see Triple H coming out, dude. But
So, in the armor, dude.
yeah.
In the Mania armor. It's so
sick.
insane.
But like something, you know what I mean? He'll have like one match, but who's going to be there week after week after week
Right.
after week? You know? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're making overall better movements with the Ascension.
I think so. Yeah, it was a really rough first couple of weeks.
Oh,
like
I felt bad for them.
I did too. I was like,
honestly, to the point where
God.
I'm like, are they just gonna like cut them? Like,
right, and I was like, one of these times these guys are gonna come out, and one of them's just gonna like have a mental breakdown.
yeah,
like
and just be like, fuck this. Like, let's send us back to NXT. Like,
yeah, or I'll go work somewhere else. I
Yeah,
don't fucking care.
totally.
Like
totally.
because this is not good.
No, agreed.
But yeah, like so my like high hopes is like Dudley's come back, even if it's like a short run, like I said, from like one pay-per-view to a next
Yeah.
like a month block.
Makes sense. I mean,
Yeah, they have a build up, have the pay-per-view match, Ascension beats them, they're fucking gone. Like
Yeah.
and then cycle in some new, whatever.
Yeah.
Whether it's like, my another high hope obviously is that Charlotte Flair comes up and they relaunch Legacy with a diva on the team. That would be so fucking sick, dude.
And that would be, but it just sucks that they just brought back the Legacy.
I know.
Like,
They brought back Evolution recently.
Evolution, that's what
Right, but I'm Legacy.
Oh, straight up
You remember-
Legacy.
yeah. Which was like Orton, DiBiase, and
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, right. So, like, they could bring it back. You know, obviously, Randy Orton leads it, and with fucking Charlotte Flair would be so sick,
Who
dude.
else, though? I don't know.
Well, maybe Cody Rhodes can come back.
As Stardust.
No. Who?
No, he doesn't.
Cody Rhodes is like on vacation. I don't know where he is.
Yeah. True.
I don't know where Cody Rhodes has been,
Yeah.
but I've been enjoying Stardust.
I love Stardust, though. All right, so then after that we had the title.
There was the Divas
Divas tag team match, Bellas versus Natalia and
Paige. The Bells
Bellas
won.
won.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember.
Came
I'm
out
like,
in the
what the fuck
green for the
happened?
Phillies, or for not for the Phillies. I don't know. The Eagles. The green for the Eagles, dude.
For the Philly.
Oh, it looked amazing.
Oh boy, they kill me. Those two. They need to fucking cut it out.
Why?
It's too much.
It's amazing.
And then I think that's it.
Yeah, well then the title match.
title match, which
was honestly
The match was awesome.
loved it.
It was very good.
Loved it.
It wasn't.
Seth just killing it, dude.
That dude is so fucking good.
If he couldn't, he seriously put on one of probably the best performance he could ever put on right there. Like, dude, the best fucking part, him doing the elbow drop
onto Brock,
on the Spanish announcer's table.
Was huge elbow.
Get out of here.
He was so high.
Insane, dude.
Yeah.
There were parts where I honestly thought he was gonna win.
No.
The end of it, I honestly thought he was gonna win.
Dude, the pacing of that match was so fucking good.
It was so stressful. Like you're, oh my god.
I really thought Seth was gonna fucking win it.
I would have been happy. I
totally would have been happy. Honestly, like I know they're obviously now it's Brock and Mania. I'm not super psyched about it, to be honest.
No, unless they do it the right way. But that's a little further discussion.
But I'm really sick of Brock Lesnar. I'm just bored. He's not fun to watch.
No, he just tosses everybody around.
Yeah, like it's not like a fun show.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the drama leading up to it is more entertaining than the actual event.
Exactly. So that match was awesome.
Yeah, and Lesnar retained it, and
Seth looked amazing.
Seth was awesome, and Cena made Seth look awesome.
Yeah, he actually did a really good job with that
he
for
made
that.
Seth look really good.
So I was happy about
Which
that.
is good because that actually, for him in that situation, like, if he didn't win it, then there was, like, he's out of the running.
And it's like, I really hope that, like I feel like, you know, obviously wrestling, they make who they can make their, like, superstars and their heroes and shit.
What are you talking about? It's real.
Whatever. But I feel like deep down, you know, John Cena, I looked up how old he was the other day. Dude, 37 years old.
Yeah.
That dude's not going to be... He has a laundry list of fucking injuries. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's obviously going to come the day when John Cena is not going to be a full-time wrestler anymore. And I think he
might be slowing down a little.
Yeah, exactly, and it now realizes all that shit, and like I'm glad because that's really awesome that he's now passing the torch to someone like, you know, like these Seth Rollins, like, you know, that whole like that,
Seth and Roman and Dean and
that
Daniel
grouping.
and
exactly. So I don't know, that's cool.
Speaking, I said Daniel, and it fucking reminded me. Raw last night, Seth Rollins calls Daniel Bryan
Yeah.
so much.
He calls him Brian, like Brian Daniels.
Yeah, like
straight up calls him Brian.
all the fucking time.
Yeah.
On air.
And that's not the first time he's done that.
No, he does it all the time.
Every time that they talk together.
Well, they're really tight in real life, and they were Ring of Honor together, and
and the CrossFit
and
gurus.
Yeah, and they like, and they're tight in real life.
Oh my god,
outside of work, and like, so when they get in the ring, he constantly calls him fucking
Listen, Brian.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I know. Off track, but it has to do with the Royal Rumble. So my good friend Chris,
Did he win?
he flew down, dude. Him, his girlfriend, and his sister. Fucking so sick. He he was sending me pictures of his whole weekend, like posting them, like,
Just being the drunk bastard
Yeah.
at
No,
wrestling.
actually, I don't think he was being much of a drunk bastard. He did, I guess, during the Royal Rumble, he got beer in his girlfriend's eyes, and he had to run with her to like the fucking bathrooms to flush her eyes out.
How did he do that?
He was
spitting it at people?
No, he was doing, I guess, like, he was doing some hand motion that a wrestler does. I don't know who it was.
Or what,
What it was, but he, like, smashed her beer that was in her hand with his fist, and it spit up at her face, and, like, just got her, like, right in the eyes. But he was telling me he waited
so
around
funny.
afterwards, and was like, the cars were driving off and shit. Dude, guess who is driving with Roman Reigns?
Who?
Just, it's like...
Anybody?
Anybody. I couldn't believe it. Who,
On the roster currently.
current roster.
And they're tight. Like they're
weirdest-
rode together.
They were driving off together. Weirdest group, dude.
Oh, fuck me. Is it like...
It's like, honestly, I was like, that's weird that those two are boys. Like,
I have no idea. Is it like Eric Rowan?
Bray Wyatt.
I fucking knew it was going to be something like that. Like, someone like...
I'm like, what?
Like, I saw a picture, like, Seth Rollins is constantly posting pictures, like, in different CrossFit gyms. Because whatever city they're in, he likes to, like, find the CrossFit and go and, like, he went with, like, Eric Rowan one day. Or no, maybe it was, like, Luke Harper. But, like, Luke Harper in, like, street workout clothes is, like, the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but I was like, wow, those two are boys? Like, damn.
And it's so funny because Bray does such a fucking good job with that character that in interviews and stuff, he never breaks fucking character.
Yeah, and you don't know, like, you're like, man, this dude is actually tapped. Like,
he never breaks character, which is awesome. But also, like, as his friend, like, for Roman, like, must be so irritating. Because it's just
we're
like...
not at work.
Yeah. Like, if they're, like, in public, like, getting food or something, and, like, a fan comes up to him, does he stay in character?
I don't know.
And, and then for Roman, who probably, like...
Roman doesn't have a character.
Speaks. Which is, like, part of his problem. Like... Is he just like, dude, can you fucking stop being Bray Wyatt?
Can you stop screaming, follow the buzzer in the middle of the food court right now? We're at an Uno's Pizza right now, all right? Can you stop screaming in the restaurant?
Yeah, stop telling the waitress you are a god.
Can you do me a favor and stop blowing out the candles?
I know. At the table,
Yeah.
you just keep picking it up and...
Anytime they go for Chinese and get a poo-poo platter with the little flame in the middle. Dude, can you not blow that out?
I need it.
Like, yeah.
How often do you think Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns go on dates and get poo-poo platters?
Maybe often.
I was going to say 3 times a week.
Times. Yeah, a couple times. So Royal Rumble match. One as good as one of my favorite sayings.
All right, go.
One as good as a fart in church.
Dude, it was probably the worst Royal Rumble I've ever watched.
Like, and here's the thing. Having, like, Bubba Ray and then DDP
was
that
awesome.
So best.
The beginning, like, okay, not even the beginning of the, like, they'd had very good moments.
Yeah, there was great, and like I honestly thought following that title match, I was like, damn, yo, this is gonna be nuts.
Yeah,
like they had great opportunity. The crowd was behind them pretty much the entire night.
Right.
Know?
And then people were like, this is pacing so weird.
Yeah, and then Daniel Bryan.
Dude, there was one person in the ring for half the Royal Rumble. Bray Wyatt was alone in the ring for half the Royal Rumble.
He was in there for quite some time. But honestly, Bray Wyatt looked fucking awesome.
Oh, it made him look insane. Like
screaming, this is his year.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, please.
Dude, I was hoping that he was going to go, like, to the very end.
Yeah. They should have had him in, like, the bottom, like, 5, whatever.
I know. The end was atrocious.
But Daniel Bryan came in at number 10, which I was like, all right, he's not winning.
Yeah, I knew as soon as he came out. I was like,
there obviously have been, in the past, there have been guys that have won.
I mean, there are people that have won from one. Shawn Michaels won from spot one.
Yeah.
Like,
So obviously it's
but at 10, I was like, there's no way he's gonna.
that's
fucking
like
win
too weird of an early number to like
this. Yeah. As soon as he came out at 10, I was like, well, Roman wins,
Yep.
and I knew Roman was gonna win.
And just the way they did it was, I think
Awful.
he got eliminated by 20.
Oh
by
yeah, no,
20.
like
I think it was like
17 or something.
Yeah.
and it was so effortless. It was just like, whoop.
Yeah.
That was my problem with this Royal Rumble is that the writing for the actual match
was insulting.
was like
I mean, dude, like really nothing after that. They completely lost the crowd.
oh
like,
well right.
badly
And now
lost
the
the
thing
crowd.
is, I feel bad. I know that you 100% think that Roman doesn't deserve it at
No.
all, but I don't hate Roman winning. What I hate about Roman winning is the events that transpired in the match.
The way they do it.
Right. The way that they got him to win was so unconvincing, and it felt so like insulting to the audience. It was like it was
Like, all right, so
Like-
number 30,
right.
Dolph Ziggler. He was just here to show the world.
Dude, he came out at 30 and I go, holy shit, he might win.
And
I went
he comes out.
and gets eliminated.
Well, but the fact of him when he first came out, dude, just super kicking everyone.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, oh my god, like
I was
he
like,
might be able to do this. Like,
He's gonna
they
fucking
might
win.
fucking give him this serious push.
yeah.
You know, and like
And then what do? Big Show and Kane pick him up together and just like place him out of the
arm and
ring.
legs and just throw him out. I'm like, now that is seriously just stupid and insulting.
Yeah.
And like that's where I was like,
And that's like what they did with DB. It like wasn't this like struggle to get him out. It was just like,
he was on the other side of the ropes and Roman just punched him off.
yeah.
like-
Was it Roman? Is that what
Yeah.
happened? Yeah.
And he's
It was just this like, and then Roman winning was like, it was so like,
Well, he threw them out, and this is the thing I didn't realize. Rusev had gone
under,
like
or through the ropes or under the ropes.
the second rope or
Yeah.
some shit.
so he was like
He was
outside.
still in.
Right.
So he throws Big Show and Kane out.
Effort, like stupid. There like was no.
Rock comes out because they start beating Roman's ass.
Right.
Rock comes out, beats their ass, throws them out. The crowd legitimately chanting, "We want Rusev." This is a guy that says he hates America.
I know.
In America.
Not only that, and The Rock is in the ring, and they're like, they don't even give a
Yeah.
fuck. They're like, I don't
Straight
care.
up.
Like,
I don't care if he's your family. This dude.
I don't care if he's family. I don't care that he's The Rock. Like,
Yeah.
like the biggest personality in wrestling ever. Bigger
Yeah.
than Hulk Hogan. Bigger than
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Like
he's just been able to manipulate everything that he's been a part of.
Like, and they don't give a fuck
Yep.
that he's there. People were booing when his music came in.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I mean, I think it was more of. I think it was like a real mixed reaction.
Right. It was just like,
It was
what the fuck is going on?
Cool, but now this is just gonna ruin this.
Right.
And then just tosses Rusev out like no problem.
Right, and there was no right. So Rusev comes in, and it's like, oh shit, the dude
He's
that
still in. I
right,
didn't
I was like,
realize that.
I was like, oh, this might actually end like pretty climactically. Like there might be like a big fight
Like both of them fall out or something.
or something,
Some
or
stupid
like it's
whatever.
close, or nope. They
Yeah.
just like push him
Just
over,
tosses him out.
and like Roman wins, and I was okay, man. Like that's cool. Give Roman the push. He's been doing a lot better in the past few weeks. Like, dude,
Yeah.
he has been doing a lot better. His promos have gotten a lot better. He's still not good. He's gotten a lot better. His in-ring has been more explosive like it used to be, which
Yeah.
is good. He really did have a hard time coming back from that injury. He did not come back well. But he's getting back into it, and you can see it. And his in-ring promos have gotten a lot better, and they're starting to push him as a heel.
Yeah.
Well,
I think he's gonna eventually. I think.
dude, I
can see
think
him
the Mania
being
match is
authority.
going to be Brock is babyface,
Yeah,
Roman is heel.
and like be like with the authority.
Yeah, or they're not necessarily with, but like they're like, okay, go ahead, like Roman, like it's
So-
kind of like Brock. Like Brock isn't really authority. He's Paul Heyman's guy. Like they should stick Roman with Paul Heyman because Roman can't fucking talk.
Yeah.
Like and let Paul Heyman just fucking make him look like a god, like he fucking did
Does.
on Raw, the Snow in Raw.
Yes, so dumb.
Like
It's like
awful, but Paul Heyman was there and he fucking cut an insane promo that made
Yeah.
the match like actually seem like it will.
It's going to be something
Yeah.
worth watching.
Yeah, because he's that good on the microphone.
Yeah. Oh, I completely agree with you. Definitely like the best guy on the mic in the company.
Yeah.
So yeah, Snowden Raw was Raw replay of
Yeah.
the pay-per-view.
Well, it was like it was unfortunate. There was nothing they could do about it.
Exactly. So
It wasn't a scheduled thing.
that was just dumb.
Yeah.
Like I didn't watch it because
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I'm just wasting
Right.
my time.
I watched some of the highlights. Roman cut this did this interview and made it really kind of put into perspective like the whole thing where he kind of just was like really candid with it, and it wasn't like this like I'm gonna beat everybody and blah blah blah. It was kind of like, yeah, like I worked really hard and like I got it, and like it sucks that
people feel this way.
yeah, but like that's
I'm doing it.
yeah, I'm doing it and no one's gonna stop me and I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it. And it was like, all right, man, like
Some
you know, he does this whole thing where he talks about like his family's legacy and like what it means to him, and that it means a lot to him that he's getting this opportunity and all this. And it made it like it humanized him basically,
Yeah.
where he doesn't just seem like this like
hard ass
Superman,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
It like humanized him and like made him more like well, all right, let's give the dude a shot. And then Paul Heyman does his thing where he makes the match sound like it's going to be fucking incredible, like because he fuck everything. He can like make anything sound incredible.
When I forget when it was, I don't know if we talked about this. When someone said something about like Michael Cole, it was like the Michael Cole show or whatever, that shit they do. Like Cole, like where he just interviews people. It was with Paul Heyman, and he's like, now, how do you feel if Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble? He's like, okay. He's like, he goes,
He's such a smug
goes-
bastard. It's so funny.
now, do you think he has a chance of beating Brock Lesnar? No. Next question.
Yeah, he's like such a smug bastard. It's so funny.
He kills it.
I think I told this on maybe on here or maybe I don't know. Me and you always talking shit. But like Paul Heyman telling Dean Ambrose when Dean Ambrose was like in his in between phase before in between NXT and main roster, and he was like doing house shows and stuff.
Yep.
And no one knew who he fucking was. No one knew anything. And Paul Heyman convincing him that that's better than being a
Than
superstar.
being on
yeah.
TV. Yeah.
Like
He's a mastermind.
convinces Dean for like the rest of the night, was like, you know what, maybe Paul's right, like maybe like it is better this way, like for a little while, and I will look back at these days and like miss them and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then he goes like within a couple days it like totally wore off, and I was like, that guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to be on TV. But like but the fact that Paul Heyman could convince someone that not
truly succeeding at his dream.
at his dream is better than
Yeah, like going like the half point, like is it better than going the full?
Yeah, Paul Heyman doing like convincing people of anything. Like he's fucking incredible.
So there wasn't really anything worth noting. SmackDown live. So our SmackDown we were supposed to go
Fucking canceled because of the snow.
Canceled.
We were gonna go.
Yep. Fucking canceled.
Yeah, because of the snow.
fucking Juno.
Who?
That bitch.
That bitch,
And,
Juno. Where did it end up being?
In Hartford, Connecticut, the people that went to Raw, they just rescheduled it. So they had live SmackDown. And Daniel Bryan was in a match that proved my point. I was like, they're definitely trying to bury Daniel Bryan. He's in a casket match with Kane.
Yeah.
It just proved everyone's point.
Yeah. They like are literally showing you they're trying to bury him.
You can know you're not like just burying his character. Like you want him to be buried.
Yeah.
Like
you're putting him in a casket.
yeah. He beat Kane, which I was like, if this motherfucker
Loses to Kane
like,
in this
I'm
fucking
done.
match.
I'm done. Like I can't, you know. So that match was actually pretty good. There, I can't really remember anything else. After the Royal Rumble, like the Royal Rumble Fallout or whatever they call it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
John Cena was interviewing with Renee, and then
This was the
Rusev-
literal worst storytelling I've ever seen.
Rusev just comes up and like grabs the mic from him and starts screaming into it. Yeah, like literally screaming into it, and you're like, what?
Yeah, and then Cena pushes him, and the whole roster has to pull them apart.
That's started to cement their their feud.
Dude, just so painful. Like, that's the worst storytelling.
Agreed.
That's like, how can we get these two to start feuding? Oh, one of them will be cutting the promo, and another one just walks up and takes the microphone.
Takes the mic and starts screaming
Yeah,
into it.
great, perfect. Now they hate each other. Like,
Exactly.
it's just so bad. That's like insulting storytelling. Like, oh god,
They could do it in so many other ways.
right.
You know, so now that brings us to last night.
Right, Raw. Now I was like all on board to watch Raw last night because of the big announcement. Trips is gonna fucking change the WWE or shake it to its core or whatever they kept fucking saying. Because they like find like a little phrase and then they drive it into the fucking ground. So it's like
they just look through like a can't even think of the word, but any way to describe
like
they
a
look through
thesaurus. Yeah.
And then,
exactly. Yeah, they're like, all right, how can we
running?
Yeah.
Running fast.
Yeah.
Like
it's like sprinting. All right, so he'll be sprinting in all night. Like,
and you know what? He ran to the ring. Yep. He was sprinting there. Like
no, but they find I'm trying to think of the last one. What was the last one that was like painful? Or like the night where it was
it's anytime they have a hashtag. That's what it is. Hashtag the announcement.
Right, yeah. And
motherfucker, there was like I felt like there was gonna be a real announcement, and then they just got sidetracked, and they're like, "Well, I guess I can announce this." Like there wasn't a true announcement.
There wasn't, and of course they're like the announcement that'll shake the WWE to its core was what they kept saying. And like even after it happened, when they were like showing the replay of it, they were like, "And this is the announcement that shook the WWE to its core," and then like showed it, and it's like, no. And obviously that was just a ploy to get them back on the writing staff's side. Like, that's all that was. And it was fucking bullshit.
It was bad. So, Trips and Steph come out. And first, you know, they talk about the Patriots winning the Super Bowl.
Which they were posting pictures.
They were there, dude.
And they were posting pictures all night.
Sick.
And Stephanie and Joel McHale from E! And also that show Community, I believe he was on.
Is he from The Soup?
Yes.
Yeah.
Him. They were like next to him, and Steph and him were having a Twitter feud, standing next to each other and taking pictures of each other, tweeting at each other. It was very funny.
Imagine if Triple H straight up pedigreed him.
Onto the concrete steps.
Yeah. I actually just read that Triple H sent the Patriots a championship belt.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Envy. That's all I have.
He should send one to us.
Straight up envy, dude.
I know.
That's amazing.
That's because they're Pats fans, aren't they?
Of course,
like,
dude.
They weren't, like, they are...
Well, they're from Connecticut, so I mean...
Right.
And the McMahons have had houses on Cape.
Right, yeah.
So it just all makes sense that they are Pats fans.
Yeah, and Connecticut is, like, split, like, New York.
Either you're a Giants, Jets fan, or you're a Pats fan.
Right. But anyway, yes, so they were obviously had to talk about the Patriots winning and like made some like broke ass analogy.
That's what's best for business. It's like, no, hold on.
You just said that football is rigged? Like,
Time out. Time the fuck out. There's no writers in fucking football.
Right. Like, are they on the
There's
side?
some characters in football, yes. Without question.
Yeah.
You know? But no. There's no writers or turning people heel
Right.
in football.
Well, there are heel turns, but it's
This
because
is XFL,
but it's,
right? Like, you know,
well, I saw so many.
Your dad failed at it the first time.
Yeah,
okay?
I know. Well, I saw so many like bring back the XFL tweets during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because the ending fight, dude.
Yeah.
So sick.
I mean, there can be heels in the NFL, but it's because the players do actual illegal things and
they're actual assholes.
yeah, they're actual bastards. That
Actually bad people.
Right.
Like, straight up.
Something hilarious about the Super Bowl, now that we're talking about it briefly, that the people that are on the jury for the Hernandez case, the judge said they were allowed to watch the Super Bowl, but the moment that Hernandez was brought up, they had to shut it off because they didn't want them to sway their opinion and they want it to be a fair jury. But, dude, motherfucker killed 3 people. Like,
He's probably gonna get
like,
off,
Like, motherfucker killed 3 people.
And left him
If
bubblegum on the
someone
crime
says something on like if some announcer on the NFL panel at the Super Bowl is like says something that sways your judgment on Aaron Hernandez, like
He actually was a great player.
yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe he didn't kill 3 people.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe that bubble gum was fake.
Oh my god. But anyway, back to
Trips and Steph.
Trips and
so
Steph.
they came out, made that stupid New England Patriots winning is best for business.
which like,
It's like, do you not realize that, like, if you're not a Patriots fan, you fucking hate the Patriots.
right.
Like,
yeah, and especially if you're like a Seahawks fan, you fucking really hate the Patriots.
If you're any
Right.
fan except for them, you hate them.
Right.
They've become the Yankees
Right.
of football.
Absolutely.
And that's so much. That's like saying Seth Rollins being pushed is best for business. I love Seth. I don't love him. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I think his character sucks, but like that's a difference. Like, he's a full straight up heel, but he still has people that like him.
Right.
Like, and it just doesn't work like
It's
that. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm not a super fan of him.
I'm
but
so
I
glad you brought
fucking
that
hate
up
him.
because me and Sean were watching it, and he says that, and I go, "Did he just fucking say football's rigged?" Like,
Yeah, it's-
like,
What? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
so then he starts to make this announcement that he's calling Sting out,
Yeah.
and I go, "Oh shit, is Stinger gonna come out and fucking point the bat and talk shit?"
Yeah.
I go, "That'd be badass." No. I'm still a little confused. Does he want him to confront him at Fastlane?
Fight? Or
Or
do they just want to, chop it up?
at Fastlane? Like, is that the draw? Is like, come watch Sting come out and talk to me in the ring? Are you fucking kidding? It's a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you should do this on Raw.
right.
Like,
This should be
straight up.
on the Raw before the pay-per-view. Sting should come out and be like, I'm here to fucking
Be
talk.
like, no, let's.
We're not talking. This weekend at
talking-
Fastlane,
yeah,
I'm
we're
going to
talking
fucking
right
put
now.
you down.
Like, let's fucking talk right
Yeah.
now.
That would be sick. So what my hopes and dreams, my wild fantasies
So
is
what's
that,
not going to happen?
right, is that happens the week before Fastlane, the Monday before Fastlane,
not.
which is the goddamn worst fucking pay-per-view name. And then
And also, can I just say real quick?
is it a NASCAR event?
They have the noises of cars.
I know. They go,
Hold on,
They go
so-
this month on Fastlane.
It's like, so are they just going to be like street racing?
Right,
Like,
it's the Fast and the Furious.
did you see the preview for the new
Yeah,
Furious
dude.
8?
Dude, The Rock with a fucking minigun? Like a giant fucking
I love
mini-
it. I
Dude,
can't wait to see
it.
it.
Looks
When
so
does it come
sick.
out? May?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
gonna be so sick.
we're seeing that shit at midnight. Dude. You know that.
I know this.
I don't get it. I don't
get
understand, and I don't understand where they're coming from, like putting the cars. It's like, are we going back to like the old like WWF racing NASCAR cars? Like,
Oh, there was a WWF NASCAR car.
yeah, but it's like,
They should bring that motherfucker back. I would watch NASCAR.
no, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
You'd watch one laugh and be like, all right, so what else is on?
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, I honestly don't understand NASCAR, but people that are like super into it, like, there's a point system.
Yeah,
Like, people get points.
Oh, yeah.
For like passing people and like,
yeah.
and so like even if you don't win, you could have won the race like in the long run because you got more
stats-wise,
points.
yeah.
Yeah. And so like at the end of the year, like you have better stats anyway, even though you didn't fucking win.
you just drove left faster
Right.
than another guy.
They're overcomplicating NASCAR by giving people points and stuff.
Yeah.
They're making it more interesting than it
hillbillies
fucking
can't
is.
count.
Yeah. No, they're just like forcing like things into it to make it seem more interesting than it is, and it's not. They're
No.
driving in a fucking circle.
They're driving left.
like left and left.
Left.
Like
Alright, go
I'm
straight,
not
straight.
discounting like the racers obviously are good at what they do. Like obviously
They're wicked good at driving left.
Right.
Like,
like
they can never work for UPS.
no, but you can
UPS
only go right.
Only goes right.
So is like UPS the anti NASCAR?
I think so. I believe.
Is there
so.
a UPS car? I bet you there's a UPS
There
NASCAR.
probably is, and that just doesn't make sense.
That car can't move.
That's not.
That car can only go
best for
straight.
business.
The UPS NASCAR can only go straight.
Yeah.
So fuck me. Oh, I have no idea if Sting what the fucking plan is for Sting.
Yeah,
but my hopes and dreams is that they actually have a match at Fastlane and Sting fucking crushes the shit out of Triple H. Even though I love Triple H.
But yeah, it just would be better TV.
Yeah, right. Is Sting just crushing the shit out of Triple H.
And then have Taker come out.
Taker, at the end of the match, Sting wins and his music comes in and then it cuts and it's ding.
Yo.
And the fucking lights cut and the smoke comes out and Undertaker.
Bolts are striking everywhere.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I will rip my shirt off. I will freak out.
I would do that if I wasn't wearing like an older wrestling shirt.
Right, yeah.
As long as I'm not, I will like gently take it off.
Yeah.
Like freak out. Reminds me, I think on SmackDown, I don't know if it was this Thursday SmackDown or the week before, Bray Wyatt was cutting a promo and was like, I'll take on, like, I don't care, like, I'm not afraid of anyone alive or dead. So people think they're like furthering, because that would
be a cool match.
They think but they think Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker, I've heard, for WrestleMania. But everyone wants Undertaker Sting.
I know. That's like, I don't understand. Sting, since he is signed with the WWE, has said that his last match, he would love for it to be Undertaker at Mania. And the response to that is, that's what we want to see.
Yeah, without question.
Everyone says it.
Without question. And, you know, like, for the Super Bowl, I went over to Chris's house.
Yeah.
And me and him were talking about it because he was telling me a lot of matches are, like, set. And, like, I guess Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker is pretty set in stone, which is fucking,
dude,
like, whatever.
Like, I'll enjoy that match,
yeah.
but, like...
So here's what we were thinking. It's kind of a lose-lose situation for Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
So, if Undertaker loses, people are fucking rip shit.
Yeah.
Undertaker loses again.
Rip shit. Like, the place might actually riot.
If Bray Wyatt loses, that's 2 WrestleMania losses in a row.
For Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. The only way what I said to him was, if he did win, it would maybe they are cementing for a Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar to be like, yeah, you know what? I beat him too. Like, what's so special about you?
That would be fucking sick. That
is a way that they could, I think, take such a negative thing and really...
Yeah, like what the fuck is so important about fucking
what's so great
Brock
about Brock
Lesnar
that Bray Wyatt can't do?
Yeah. That's the only positive.
Only way that could work. And like it would be like chaos for the Undertaker match. But then...
Dude, I honestly think people will fucking freak out.
Oh, yeah. Months to follow, though, I think it would work.
It would make really good television.
Well. Exactly. And that's the only way they could do it if they booked it like that.
But the problem there is that I don't hear Sting wrestling Undertaker at WrestleMania in that sentence.
Exactly.
Like, which is... Oh, my God. Like, is actually...
so frustrating.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
It is the most frustrating thing. It's like... Just give it to them. Just let us see it.
Yeah.
And that's the end. And then you don't have to hear about it anymore. Because then it happened.
Yeah.
You just check that off the list. Sting and Undertaker at WrestleMania. You never thought it would happen. It's fucking happening.
It's boom. We got it.
Yeah.
You know? They could have the shittiest other matches in that match. Even if it's not that good of a match, because those dudes are both old as shit.
Right.
It will be an awesome match.
It'll be like, just because
of the best match of the night because of that.
The history behind it.
Exactly. Like, one thing we didn't talk about that the authority brought up last night was the whole hashtag cancel WWE Network hashtag, which was a #1 trending topic in America the night after, the night of the Royal Rumble. The network cancellation site crashed.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't get onto it because of that.
I know. Now, I don't understand. These people are going to re-sign up.
They're going to, without question.
Not only are they going to re-sign up, they're going to re-sign up this month because it's free for new signups.
Free. Yeah.
For new signups.
Yeah.
The network, like WWE, literally saw that and probably laughed. And we're like...
And then, dude, I think it was like 3 days later, they posted something like, we just hit like
a million subscriptions.
million, yeah.
Because
So they're probably like, so hashtag cancel WWE subscription. Go fuck yourself.
yeah, like exactly. Because what happened is cancel WWE. A bunch of people probably did just to jump, like to make a point. But then when
which
they
I
were,
think that's cool.
which is
Like,
cool, but
know what?
you fucking knew they were going to
wouldn't
re-sign
make a
up.
fucking difference
Right.
either.
Like you knew everyone was going to re-sign up. Like there's obviously a percentage of people that are going to stick to their fucking convictions on
Stick
that
to their guns and just straight up not.
and not. But they're still going to watch Raw every fucking week and they're going to watch SmackDown every
Yeah.
week and then they're going to
Find
fucking
out what happens.
yes, find out what happens and then like torrent the pay-per-views.
Or they're gonna go to their friend's house who still
Right.
has.
Who still has the fucking network. So
Yeah.
really WWE's not fucking losing.
No, they aren't.
But yeah, but then they make February free for new signups and basically are giving everyone the finger. Like
yeah, but it's plain and simple. I mean, it's obvious why they're doing that because they're like, oh my god, like we need to seriously like make up. So
no, they made up and more. Because
Yeah.
they ended up breaking 1 million subscriptions.
yeah, exactly.
So there you go. Which isn't that the number that they needed in order to profit off of the network? I forget what it was.
it might be.
The network, like they were losing money, bleeding money on the network
Yeah,
up until a certain subscription number.
percentage.
Yeah, in order for them to then break even on it.
I got you.
And I believe it was 1 million subs. So I think like up until this point they weren't making any money on it.
Wow.
But it's it's clearly like anyone that is not privy to this, that live streaming and these internet apps and shit like that, that's the future. Like
It's
television
now.
right.
It's
Well, I mean
now.
television, like cable television won't exist in 10 years.
Yeah, there's
Like straight
no
up
reason.
won't exist.
No reason.
And you'll have these.
You'll have subscriptions, your HBO Go,
Right.
Netflix, like
And
all that shit.
you'll subscribe to the shit that you want, that you want to
versus
see.
what the companies think you need.
Right.
Exactly.
And you'll subscribe to what you want, and that'll like equal your fucking cable bill. Like
Yeah.
the hope and dream is that you'll subscribe to 6 things that'll be your $60 cable bill or whatever your cable bill is.
Exactly.
That you'll get exactly what you want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's the fucking future. Not to mention like Twitch streaming, people doing like live shows on Twitch TV. Like,
yeah.
dude, like cable television days are fucking numbered.
Yeah,
like way fucking numbered.
Complete, yeah. That's
so-
just like
Like people being like the network is stupid. Like no, you're fucking stupid. The network is on the cutting edge of where the future.
and then
of,
not only that, but it's like oh, it's not even that great. It's like motherfucker, they have every pay-per-view dating back to WrestleMania 1.
not only that,
They have
NXT.
every WCW pay-per-view.
right?
They have every ECW.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then look at what's currently on NXT.
Brilliant.
That's the only place you can watch it.
That's the only place. It is the only place you can watch it, unless obviously YouTube.
And live.
Right.
Yeah.
But you watch it. Yeah, it's the only place that it airs. Is on
fucking
on the-
amazing.
and it's better than
alone
fucking everything.
Is worth $10
Absolutely.
without question.
Yeah. But one day you'll get all 3. You'll get SmackDown, Raw, and
Yeah,
NXT
I
all
can
on the
see it.
network. It'll all be on the fucking network, and that's where you'll watch wrestling.
Yeah.
Will be on the net, and that's it. And if they're smart, they'll make deals with Ring of Honor, and they'll make deals with like TNA, maybe. But
I doubt that.
but you know what I mean? They'll go to these smaller ones, and they'll have
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
right, and they'll have these independent circuits or these smaller territories that will air on the WWE network.
Yeah.
And it'll be the wrestling network, and you will watch everything there.
Yeah.
That will happen one day.
Yeah.
That'll be the future.
And that'd be amazing.
Right.
So yeah, so the whole announcement was
I don't know.
yeah. I felt like they were going somewhere and then they completely just shit their pants with it and went somewhere else.
Right.
And who came out first? Oh, Roman Reigns
Row.
because they were
talking shit on Raw.
Then Seth and then Daniel Bryan.
Right.
And what they said was because of your like controversy win, you having The Rock come down,
Yeah.
we're gonna have
You have to
match
refight for
tonight,
your title,
yeah.
which is bullshit. Dude,
it. Honestly, I don't think he deserves it at all. You just said it. Like I don't think he deserves it at all. But it's like, okay, so we're having like Royal Rumble is the second biggest pay-per-view of the year.
And you're telling me that it doesn't matter who won.
Now it doesn't matter. The second biggest match of the year doesn't fucking matter. Like,
what the fuck is
what?
that?
Like,
dude, it literally like made me, they were saying it and I went, listen, I've totally come to peace with that Roman Reigns is going to WrestleMania. I've come to peace with it, and that's what's going to happen. And he's going to fight Brock Lesnar, maybe win, maybe not, whatever. But I've totally come to, like, I'm at peace with that decision from the WWE. Some people still aren't. Some people are still fucking mad.
yeah.
Whatever. I'm totally over it. I acknowledge that Roman Reigns is going to win at Fastlane. He's going to go to Mania, and he's probably going to beat Brock Lesnar. Like, cool. That's fine. Like, if that's the direction they want to go, I'll ride it out with them, see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But what is fucking bullshit is that he won the Royal Rumble, and then they say it doesn't really matter.
Now, tonight, Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins are going to fight, and the winner goes on to fight you
at Fastlane, and whoever wins that
contender. Which the only person I think that has like that should have a real true gripe, and I completely agree with it, is Daniel Bryan, because he got stripped of his title and never got a
right.
So what I was thinking, dude, when they came down, I thought they were going to be like, okay, fine, how about this? WrestleMania.
Triple threat match.
Triple threat. And then Seth was going to go, you know what, motherfuckers? I'm cashing
Fatal four-way.
I'm cashing in as for a title shot, and it's just going to be right now. It's a fatal four-way. I'm going to prove that I'm better than all three of you.
And without cashing
and
in.
have like a
yeah.
But
Right.
Have my briefcase as my cash.
Right. Yeah.
To this match.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Which that honestly
that would have been insane.
Would have been a straight up insane main event.
Right.
And
that would have been an insane. Right. And the first thing.
So cool,
right.
like,
the first time anyone's ever been like, fuck that. I'm not cashing in for the title. I'm cashing in for
a
match.
Straight up match.
Because I'm going to win that motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if he won, I would back Seth winning that match.
Oh my God.
So hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that would have been a very smart move for the company to go.
Yeah. And like have Triple H and Stephanie be like, don't do that, Seth. Don't do this, Seth. And
No,
he's like,
I'm
like, no, forget that. Like, I'm gonna win this match fair and square. Take it.
I'm good enough to do it. Like, I'm the best in the company.
Right.
Like to straight up, you know. So I think they could have really done well.
That would have been awesome.
So sick, dude. That would have been awesome. Like
that match would have been awesome.
Like match of the year material.
Yeah.
Like plain and simple.
Crazy. But no. Daniel beat Seth. So now
Makes me happy.
Now but now it's Daniel and Roman at Fastlane, and Roman's gonna win.
Yeah.
And Roman's gonna go to Mania.
But it just sucks because it's like Daniel versus Brock, greatest David and Goliath story ever.
Right. I get that.
Like
I get that. It's just very unbelievable to me that Daniel Bryan would ever beat Brock Lesnar in a fight. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It like Brock Lesnar is a terrifying human.
Yeah.
He is a scary person.
Yeah.
Like, and Brian.
Daniel
Brian.
He just looks like a nice guy.
He just looks like a nice guy.
Like a genuinely nice person.
And he is.
Yeah.
Like, he just like is a good. Like even there was a promo, like a little backstage banter between Roman and DB before the Seth DB match, where he was like, basically went and was.
I fell asleep.
Oh, he was basically just like, oh well, like went in and was like being nice to Roman. And you can totally see that they're turning Roman heel because he was like, I don't give a fuck. I'll fucking beat everybody up. Blah. Like,
oh, well, yeah. At the very beginning of the night, he came and I was like, listen, I've dealt with this. Like, I know what you're going through.
Right. No, but even at the later, there was like a backstage thing. And he was basically like, I'm going to beat Seth and it's me and you at Fastlane. Like, it was just basically like telling him, like, it's going to be me and you at Fastlane because I'm going to beat Seth. And Roman gave some like dickheaded like I don't care who I have to fight, like I'll fight everybody, just get out of my locker room or some shit like that. Right, but they're starting to push him as a heel, and but even then Daniel Bryan is like still a nice guy. He's just like okay and like leaves like and just like kind of like
right.
like All right, and
Go
just
play
like
with Josie.
yeah, exactly, and just like turns around and leaves. But what I did love is Daniel Bryan was wearing the fuzzy kick pads last night. Love those ones.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it, really.
Well, John Cena for Fastlane. John Cena's gonna fight Rusev for the U.S. belt. Which, dude, that's sick.
Dude, that is sick because
that's cool that they're taking a main eventer to
taking
a small
John
belt.
Cena. He's the guy. He's the face.
Yeah, exactly. He's taking the face of the company.
And they're giving him the smallest belt in the company.
The smallest belt.
Right.
And I think Rusev is gonna win.
Yeah, retain.
And then at WrestleMania, it's gonna be those two.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
And then Cena's gonna beat Rusev at Mania for the US
final
belt.
exactly.
Which is sick that like Cena.
I hope he turn. That'll be the last time he had since WrestleMania 20 when he beat Big Show as the Doctor, and then he turns into the Doctor again.
All it took was getting the belt again.
Yeah, I'll buy a John Cena shirt.
I know. You say that like literally every week.
If he went heel, I'd buy a Cena.
What if he turned heel, but it wasn't the Doctor again? It was like a new character.
I would still buy. I would have to watch it for like. I'd wait like
6 seconds.
No, I'd wait like a month to make sure he wasn't just gonna be a good guy again.
Yeah, right.
Like, I would, as long as he stayed heel, I would absolutely buy a John Cena shirt. Like, without question. Like,
but if he turned back into the Doctor, you would wait half a second.
I would say, oh my god, they just posted a shirt. I'm buying 3 sizes right now.
Just in case I lose weight or gain weight.
Or gain weight, yeah, exactly. To have it so I can always wear it and not look like an idiot wearing it because it'd be perfect for my proportion.
Yeah. Oh, fucking A. All right. So we have how many more episodes? One more Raw till Fastlane or 2 more?
I think 2 more.
Okay.
So
there's
they're
plenty.
obviously setting up. I think I'm pretty sure Paige is going to be fighting Nikki.
Paige is fighting
belt.
Nikki for the belt, and excuse me.
That'll be
and
like a match.
Paige wins. No, they're not.
Oh, you know what? We forgot to talk about. Ascension beat the Dust Brothers.
Did they beat
Golden Stardust? And then there was like now Golden Stardust. It's like it looks like they're definitely going to be broken up. And Goldust is like, Cody. He just goes, don't ever call me Cody. I was all about it. Like, so I think at Mania it's gonna, they might wait till WrestleMania to set that as like a pre-show fight.
Ugh, but I want it as main event.
Yeah, I want that to be the main event, baby. Because I heard this year Goldust is supposed to retire.
I'll cry. Oh, retires though, and then next year he might Hall of Fame, baby.
That would be sick. That's a very big possibility.
Dude, wait, something we have not talked about really quick because we're running out of time here, but like the announcement who is the celebrity inductee for the Hall of Fame this year? Arnold. It's fucking, I saw that and was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
It's not a dog, it's a fetish.
Oh my god. That's fucking, I don't, like, I get it because like the theory behind it is that like he inspired like a generation of people to like want to
be big.
Yeah, to be like these weightlifting fucking monsters.
Macho.
Yeah, but dude, he has nothing to do with fucking wrestling.
He was on it a few times, but like not enough to like really matter.
Right. It's a fucking stretch, dude. I have a feeling that this year's Hall of Fame
is going to be
be weak.
Yeah.
I saw
they just like straight up like busted their load
last year. Last year was
like,
insane.
They fucking killed it.
Yeah, last year was insane. Maybe Kevin Nash will be this year? No.
Next year at least. I think the earliest next year.
I mean, if next year's Kevin Nash and Goldust, and like that's already like a pretty cool
pretty cool, and then get like one like older guy.
Right.
I don't know who's left.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Induct.
Like this year,
it's not like baseball rules or like any other sport rules where they have to wait like
you have
to wait like 5 years or something to become eligible. Like,
right.
They're straight up like, oh cool, you don't wrestle anymore? Yeah, you're in.
Yeah, like they're like you impacted the company and you just retired, so yeah, you're inducted.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who this year is gonna bring, because like the big one that they've announced so far is obviously Macho Man, but like last year was Paul Bearer, and because obviously that he's passed and can't do an acceptance speech and can't, you know what I mean?
So it's like, yeah, who's gonna accept for Paul? I mean, not for Macho Man, like
right?
it's
Who's
probably his
accept?
brother.
Yeah, or something. And it's like,
it's just not as cool,
right? You don't get
it's
the
not straight up Macho Man's like raw
speech about
speech
like
of like about everything.
You've reached the absolute pinnacle of your career. You are recognized as someone that
deserves to be in a Hall of Fame,
right? Which is like super sad that like he passed before he got to get that recognition. I mean, it's awesome that he's finally getting.
Oh, you want to know who maybe they'll do?
Who?
Eddie Guerrero, dude.
But then that's too.
That's too,
you know what I mean? And then, which would be fine. I would be stoked
because
if
Vicky could
accept, and like obviously
her last match. Honestly, I thought I was so pumped when she did that. Like I almost cried.
Yeah.
When she came out and like dressed in fucking like a girl version of his outfit.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And then did the shimmy at the end.
Yeah.
And came out to Viva La Raza.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck, this is so sick.
Yeah. Like those matches after he passed with like Batista and
Rey Mysterio
are like so hard to watch.
Oh yeah.
They're like so fucking hard to watch.
Yeah.
Because it is so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Hall of Fame currently is in like a weird
standing. I don't know where
who's going to be inducted or
exactly. And you know what sucks is that the people that they've already inducted in the previous years before they started to air.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
They're already inducted. So
right.
It's like they can be like, let's re-induct you. Which I would never doubt that. I never doubt anything they do anymore.
I know, because they do some fucking like laughable shit.
Because it's like, yeah, like you go on YouTube, you can watch the Mick Foley. His thing is like 5 minutes long. It's like, I would love more than anything to watch like a fucking...
Did they induct all of his characters or...
No, just Mick Foley.
Yeah.
But I would love more than anything to watch Mick Foley do like a half-hour speech.
Right, yeah. And talk about like how important
just
wrestling...
anything, you know? That goes for anyone that hasn't been able to like do like a full-on speech, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like that's like the good and bad about, you know, the company growing is like all the shit that took place
that
before
already happened for the network.
You'll never get to fucking see it.
Fuck.
But now that it exists, we get these cool like big events.
It makes everyone part of the event, instead of just the people.
I mean, the fact you can like buy tickets and it sells out stadium like
exactly
people to go and like watch these guys like talk about wrestling. You know what I mean? Like,
sick. Before we get out of here, the Stone Cold podcast. Let's just talk real quick. It compared to the Vince one wasn't really that anything special.
I never thought it was gonna.
No, I knew it wouldn't be. Big things I read about was he addressed CM Punk and Triple H was like, no, we never had any problems. It's like, motherfucker, you're lying.
Yeah,
like,
just be like, yes, me and Punk did not get along.
We always butted heads.
Right. That's all you have to say is like, yes, me and him.
Because it seems like Triple H is like a very like black and white kind of guy.
He does seem
without
that way.
question. I mean, the guy's married into the biggest company of wrestling.
Dude, they're an American
ever.
dynasty. Like,
yeah. Well, so like, yeah, that dude probably has an insane power trip. And it's like, dude, just fucking admit it.
Just be like, yes, we did not see eye to eye on things all the time. Done. That's all you have to say.
I wish him the best. Boom. Yeah. That's it.
That's as neutral as it gets with being honest.
And what Stone Cold was like, all right, would he be allowed back? And he was like, yeah, he's like, I think if it was best and that's what people wanted, yeah, we would eventually work through our differences. So I was like, okay, cool answer. And then the other question Stone Cold goes, talking about Hall of Fame now.
Yeah.
Will Chyna ever be inducted? And he's like, I think she deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything she did. However, I think it's obviously because it's a PG company.
Uh-huh.
You know what? He goes, now, I'm not going to take away everything she did as an individual, but also as a member of DX. He's like, but look at her personal life. He's like, I'm not no one to judge, but what am I gonna do if an 8-year-old kid fucking Googles China?
Right. She
And
was
you
in
find
Playboy
Porn,
and
ton of porn.
she was in a ton of porn.
Oh, her and X-Pac have a sex tape.
Well, I know that, but I didn't know
Yeah.
I didn't know she was in like a
I'm
bunch
pretty
of
sure
porn.
she became like a straight up porn star.
Yeah.
And he's so like I guess I understand, but if it
She
wasn't
deserves it, dude.
totally,
She was the first woman in the Royal Rumble, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
and not only that, but she's fucking China. Like,
and even if they addressed, like, like whoever presented her was like,
we haven't really had much of a relationship in the past. What a X amount of years, but she did so much for our company. Have Triple H induct her.
yeah, and be like,
like-
she hasn't been a part of this company for a long time, but for the time she spent in the company, she
Yeah,
shaped this company.
totally.
Like,
And I can see them inducting her.
she deserves it, dude. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's insane that she isn't already.
yeah,
Like,
agreed. So I don't know. That's all we got.
that's it. You tapped. That was it. I saw it. I saw the gaslight come on. Like, you're
Yeah.
done.
Yep.
All right. Well, that is this week's episode of This Is Wrestling. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at TIWPod. I am at iSalsaShark.
And I'm at X Do the Right Thing.
And make sure to follow This 3D Life, who produces this show, at This 3D Life. And
Hopefully there's no snow. There's snow coming.
there's
but,
snow coming, but I don't think it's supposed to be bad.
Yeah.
So we should be
We should be back on track.
on a
baby.
schedule. Yeah.
So, and next week we got the NXT.
Oh, right. That's coming up. So that'll
That'll
be
sick.
yes, that will be
So.
very sick.
All right, y'all.